Hello, hi. So today I'm going to talk about representation in music videos. So you could talk about representation in music videos in a lot of different contexts. So for example, you could talk about it in the context of gender, socio-economic influence. So if you're rich, are you poor, or are you part of the middle class? Or you could talk about in terms of jobs. So you can talk about in terms of IT sector, or you can talk about blue collar jobs, or you can talk about industrial jobs, or you could talk about helping jobs, or you could talk about your sexual preferences and how and your interests, or you could even talk about in context of objects and how they are shown, so in terms of color, and yeah, I forgot to mention race as well, and nationality when it comes to people. And when it comes to objects, it can be their shape, their color, how they're used, where they are usually found. So representation in music videos is a very vast concept, and we won't be diving into all of them. However, I want to talk about just two areas, which is the representation of people and representation of props. So items which we use in music videos to add meaning. So you could talk about a speaker which plays music, or you could talk about scissors and how they are used. So in music videos, for example, you could show scissors as a form of argument, or you could represent them as something which helps in cutting something off. Or when it comes to using purple in music videos, you could add the context of having the royal color to it, something that's really calm, something that looks really royal, worn by the people who are really rich. So when it comes to representation of people can be represented in a lot of different ways, and there are a lot of different stereotypes and contexts which are used to represent people. So for example, you could represent a Japanese man walking on the streets of New York, and you could show him as being confused or out of place because he may not understand English properly, or the city life of New York is just very different from how it is back home. Or you could represent a IT sector working woman walking late at nights in a shady neighborhood, and she feels uncomfortable and her experience. So again, representation of these people comes with meaning. So if you see them on screen, they are being represented, and they are transferring information to us in the way that they behave, and then the context that they are shown, the perspective that the person is shown with. So representation overall is a very important concept, and in my blog ahead I'll be explaining more about it. Thank you.